titles.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Well, and what's to do today? What's to do today, everybody?
Trevor's eyes might look like spittles in
Oh.
the snow because he didn't sleep very well, did he, love?
Do you know, I was still awake at 5 o'clock. I was thinking about all sorts. You what, Pat?
That's it, isn't it? You don't just think of one thing, it's sort of lots of things run through your head when you stay awake.
Got Ernie here.
Oh, I've got Ernie.
Oops.
Good morning, Ernie. Hello. There you are, Ernie.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of all sorts last night. Leslie commented on my remarks about the badgers. And in the remark, he said that farmers can get the cows inoculated against TB,
Oh.
but they don't. They
Right.
choose not to. I don't know. So if anybody out there
No.
knows about that, yeah, let me know. Be interested. And thanks for your comment, Leslie.
Is it because it's expensive to have all your cows inoculated? Maybe.
I don't know, yeah,
And you?
but it's more expensive to have them
To
cold.
have them cold, yeah.
But
Oh.
but I suppose I will learn part of what I was thinking last night was why are we called Life on the Run? What?
I don't know, that was what we came up with when we first started out.
Yeah. It was I actually came up with the title at Melvin's and that's what I called my exhibition at Melvin's. That's where I first coined the phrase Life on the Run.
All right.
I mean, some of you will know why, because I did that big interview at the nurseries, didn't I? But to try and explain why do we call our channel Life on the Run, it's a bit of a long story really. But I'd have to go right back to when I was a kid. When I asked my mum and dad what life was all about. Why are we here? What we doing here? What's the purpose of it all? I was only young when I asked them that. And I think they were a bit bemused by the question. You know, I said, what, do we just leave school, get a job, get married, buy a house and die? Is that it? So that's the kind of foundation of it, because from that point on, I left school thinking I wanted to be a farmer. But I was told I was no good at farming. Because I didn't identify with farming. And you could say that about every job I had. I discovered that when I look back in retrospect over my life, that life, what am I on the run from, is conformity. And I never seemed to belong to whatever it was that I were involved in. Never really belonged in it. I never really was a proper soldier, really. Not a macho soldier when I was in the army. I went long distance haulage on.
Well, most of them, some of them had gone into fight.
Yeah.
And when you said you'd gone in there to
Get a trade,
because you were told that you could
yeah,
drive.
join the army and get a trade.
Mm.
Yeah. What trade? Yeah. I mean, the army laughed when I got out to Germany, and I said that I actually joined the army to become a driver plant operator. That's what they said. And they just laughed at that. And I finished up on tanks.
Which you enjoyed.
Yeah, I liked being on tanks. I did, yeah. But when I got out of the army, it all started again because I went long distance and they sent me to Coventry because I won't conform.
The drivers, you mean?
Yeah. And then I wanted to be an artist, and I thought what you've got to do is you've got to live cheap so that you don't have to work all the time. And my idea was to just work on an evening, a few hours on an evening and weekends, and have all the day, every day during the week to me send to paint. And that's what I did. So we never earned a lot of money. But then I ran the gallery. And the gallery wasn't
money making
like any other gallery. I didn't want it to be. I want a business as such as it was. Well, I ran it to pay for itself, but the idea was to make it as cheap as possible for artists to have an exhibition there. I used to take 10% on anything that sold and charge them £6 a month a room. And in order, I subsidised it by delivering milk on early morning from 4:45 till 8:30 on a morning. And that subsidised the gallery. So it was a non-conformist gallery, really, the Breadline Gallery. I went to art college and discovered that it was just a sausage machine. It was just turning out sausages. So I wasn't going to play along with that. I didn't conform to that. I failed the course, didn't get a degree. Thought I wanted to be a musician, a rock star. But I wasn't a musician because I wasn't interested in playing a musical instrument, really. It was just a vehicle for expressing all these poems I wrote about life. About, being trapped in life. I thought I wanted to be an artist, but I never really was because artists are compelled to paint or draw, whereas I never was. I could take it or leave it. So never really fit.
Climbing frames is about conformity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fit into a little square peg.
Yeah, it is. It's all about being moulded and fashioned in the shape of the system to be conformed to the system that we've. I don't know who invented it. This system that we live by. but I've always been uncomfortable with it. So that's what I've been on the run from. Even when I was a piano tuner, I never mixed with piano tuners, never associated with piano tuners.
Yeah.
I never charged what other piano tuners charged. And I only used to do 2 a day so that I could chat with people. I was never in a hurry, I wasn't pressed. I had to go from here to there, to there, to there. I just went out in the morning, came back for lunch, went out in the afternoon, came back for tea, and that was it. And I'd chat with people and a relaxed state of life. But what that meant was when I come to retirement, I couldn't afford it because we never really earned enough. So we had to sell the house. And we went initially to that park in that static, and we didn't belong there either. We didn't fit in there. We didn't belong there. So being on the run from conformity, that's what Life on the Run. That's why the channel is called Trevor and Pat Life on the Run. Now Pat isn't on the run. Pat's not on the run from anything. She's just been holding my coattails for
50 odd years.
54 years, is it, darling?
Yeah, I think so.
Since 1968?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gone wherever, haven't we?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, wherever I decided to go. And it's same thing now. I'm actually a YouTuber, but I'm not. I don't
like other YouTubers, I don't think.
Really. I mean, whenever we've met other YouTubers, it's never worked out right. Never works out. Just an awkward bugger. Yeah. And van life. I'm not really a van lifer. I don't associate with van people either. We're just on our own, me and Pat. So yeah, that's where we are. I have a feeling we're going somewhere next. I'm sort of bored with it.
Bored with what?
Well, what we're doing.
What we're doing.
I don't like that with the gallery. And I stopped doing it because I stopped looking at the drawings that people put up. I stopped. I wasn't tuned into it anymore. I got stale. It got stale. So I walked away from it. Yeah. I think our van life has got stale. I feel as though it has.
Right. So we're coming into a new stage of our life.
I don't know.
I'm not knowing what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't a clue. I haven't a clue where I'm headed.
And I nearly put him on his back yesterday. Poor little love.
Oh.
I asked him, we were busy in the morning, and I asked him if he wanted something to eat, and he said, no, I don't think I'm hungry. And I said, no, I don't think I am. And that would be about 1:30. So come 2:30, I thought, well, we better have something. So I did a cup of soup, and we sat and watched Shed and Buried, didn't we, in room, because it was warm in there.
Yeah.
And then about 4:00, he comes down, and I see him struggling up these steps here. And I
I've got to come
"What's
down
up
for a
with you?
banana.
Are you all right?" He said, and he sat down up step at top and ate this banana. He said, I come over all wobbly.
Oh, did I? I felt really weird. Wow, I don't feel right, I don't. I was really weird. I was shaking, and I come downstairs and got a banana, and I was actually crawling up them steps. And I finished up sitting on the steps eating this banana. Pat saw me. I don't know what I must have looked like. And then I come back down and got a couple of biscuits. And gradually I started
Feeling all right.
Yeah. And within half an hour or so, I was all right again.
Yeah. So I've not given him enough to eat. Poor little lamb.
That's happened to me before when I've been hungry. It's funny, I'd be no good at, if we ran out of food, I'd be no good at in Africa at all. I get
Collywobbles.
Cobbledy-wobbles. I remember it happened in Knaresborough once. You had to go and buy a sausage roll from a baker's. Funny.
That was when you could eat them.
I sat on a bench and ate this sausage roll, and gradually I come round.
Yeah.
I had it then. A long time ago, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's your sugar.
Yeah, probably.
Sugar gets too low. I don't know.
Blood pressure.
I must have, my eyes must be like spit holes in snow.
They are a bit. Thinking of all these things at night.
Yeah. I watch debates. I can't remember his name. Every time.
You want to mention him? You like him, don't you?
Peter Hitchin. I really like him. Yeah. He says everything that I agree with what he says so far. Find it really interesting. Yeah. He made a controversial remark yesterday when he was asked about why is this country destroyed? How have we destroyed it? And he just said the breakdown of the family.
Did he?
Yeah, breakdown of the family.
Well, that won't go down very well.
Government forced women out to work and forced the children into childcare. The children are not brought up by the mothers anymore. They're brought up by childminders. And then he went to boarding school with him and his brother. I think his brother's called Christopher. I think he lives in America. Apparently they don't get on.
Oh.
They both went to boarding school.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Aye.
So yeah,
very controversial.
Another controversial.
Younger people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when they did away with the married couples allowance, the Inland Revenue,
oh yeah,
I was really shocked when I discovered that they'd done away with that. Didn't have cost us money, that. Put us real the threshold up when they did away with the married couples allowance.
Yeah, it took put a dent in our money,
Yeah,
didn't it?
And when they, what were it, what was the date? Was it 2015? When they called a pension, the state pension, a benefit.
Yeah.
The government reclassified our pension as a benefit. Do you know that? Around about 2015.
Yeah.
So that they could take it away from you. I mean, if your pension was a pension that you'd paid into, which we have, paid into it all my working life, then it was yours by right. You'd paid into it. But if it's a benefit, you're not, it ain't your right. It's a benefit.
Mm.
So they can take it away from you. Well, yeah, there's some shocking stuff you discover.
Yeah. Yeah.
More
Well,
controversy. Sorry.
When we had workshop and we were just paying a small rate, were it?
We were paying council, well, did they call it council tax then?
No.
I don't think they did.
No.
Just rates, I
The
think.
rates. And they decided to readjust the rates for premises, didn't they?
Business rates.
Business rates. And they tripled ours.
Tripled our rates.
Business
Went
rates.
up from £90 to £300, £90 a year to £300 and odd pound a year.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there were only me and him working there,
In
weren't
that
there?
little workshop.
In that little workshop.
Producing peanuts.
We didn't employ anybody.
But they measured it, the workshop.
The space.
And we were in the same category as courtholes. We were making millions and billions. And we were making peanuts, but we were in the same category.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. That did us a know.
Yeah, it did. Oh, another rant.
Oh yeah. We always end up in
What
a
do you
rant.
think of these rants? Are we getting on your
dear.
nerves, folks? Are we annoying you? I wonder.
Right.
Right, well, that's it for today, folks.
Yep.
We'll maybe see you tomorrow. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.